My name is Michael Riley. I'm a financial advisor. I have more experience in the trading markets in bonds, stocks, equities, municipal bonds, structured finance than all of the testimony that you've had people before me. None of those people knew what they were talking about. You had a few of them, like Mr. Simmons, who's issued bonds and hears from the rating agencies what they think. But I'm the real deal. I'm the marketplace. I'm the bond guy that Karen keeps talking about. Why aren't we talking to them? I own Rhode Island bonds. I make markets in securities all over the world. I've been doing it for 35 years. I run a hedge fund. I do analysis on financial instruments. What we've been talking about tonight in general is about an estimate by some parties as to the cost long term of not paying 38 Studios bonds. I submit that that's completely irrelevant. Why do I say that? Because I'm also an expert in pension finance. And I know that we have between $3 and $10 billion to deal with over the next relatively short period of time, making this a drop in the bucket, whether it's 100 million, 30 million, or 200 million. I can even make the case that as a bond buyer and a bond holder in the state of Rhode Island, that one of the ideas that was scoffed at earlier is that the corruption premium that is in the state of Rhode Island, yes, bond buyers believe Rhode Island is corrupt. The only way you're going to take that out of the bond market is a full cleaning of the house. You have to go in and investigate this thoroughly. What this looks right now like a cover-up. This looks like a kangaroo court. We get promised by our governor 2 years ago that there's going to be a forensic investigation. Nothing comes. We get told that the best way to save Rhode Islanders money is to sue everybody in the state. Nothing's happened. We get rid of the Speaker of the House. We don't know why. There's 100 subpoenas around. We don't know who. Do you think bond buyers are saying, God, if they only paid that moral obligation bond, I'd get in there in Rhode Island and I'd move my company there? You have got to be kidding me. As a bond buyer, I reacted to the analysis by SJ Advisors as amateurish. And why did I make that analysis? Because clearly no bond agency, including Moody's, in its right mind, is going to, as they said in their report, put Rhode Island general obligation debt below that of Puerto Rico. That amounted to a pure and direct threat against our state. And any real governor or real treasurer would have reacted strongly to that, very strongly, but we didn't. And so that made us look even more corrupt. Why aren't they reacting to that? As a bond buyer, I'm saying, go ahead, drop it to junk, drop it to Puerto Rico, and I'll buy the bonds when you drop it to that so-called price. They would never get there. Do you all buy into the fact that's been said over and over again tonight that a downgrade means the bonds go down? If so, you'd been very disappointed that over the last 4 weeks we have multiple examples of bonds going up after downgrades. The state of New Jersey was dropped 3 times. The bonds went up. The city of Chicago was dropped 3 notches. The bonds went up. So if your theory is that you're worried about the bond rating agencies costing us a lot of money, you don't know anything about the market. The market sets the rates, not the ratings agencies. Why, again, do I know this? In 2006, I analyzed CDOs, and I analyzed what was going on with Standard & Poor's and Moody's, and I shorted those things because I knew they were lying. And as a financial advisor and managing a hedge fund, I made money on it. I can't make money shorting 38 Studios bonds or Rhode Island bonds. There's not very many of them. Rhode Island is a tiny market. It is completely inconsequential. What is consequential is the integrity of our markets, is the integrity of our state house. And we need to get the corruption out of it. And if for no other reason than to have the insurance company come in and actually put on a full investigation, we should not pay these bonds. I have one additional thing that was announced today by a gubernatorial candidate. This is due to my research. In addition to all the above, on May 23rd, 2012, one lucky bondholder of 1.21 million sold bonds. The next day, 38 Studios shut its doors forever and let go of all its employees. The net gain on that, or loss avoidance, was $100,000. That is known as insider trading. That is a felony, and somebody may have tipped them, and every official in the state of Rhode Island should be on the phone with the SEC right now asking about that trade. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Riley.